Hi there! Interested in our hands-on skills development program? We've put together some suggestions on how you can make the most out of a welding course. Let's take a look at the three most important things to consider when it comes to welding.
Being able to see the weld zone is absolutely critical. Without a good level of vision, it will be impossible to see what is happening in the weld zone and thus be able to accurately follow the weld joint. Having your eyes tested before attending a welding course may be the difference between success and failure. Having a reasonable understanding of the process. We provide an online course to all participants as part of the welding program. This should be completed prior to attending and will provide an explanation of the welding process, which will help the student understand the instruction and guidance offered by the instructor on the day of training or certification. Knowledge of the equipment. If you don't know how to set the welding equipment, from both a maintenance and welding perspective, it will be incredibly difficult to achieve welds to a consistently high standard. This is something that is critical for any structural repair.
We see a lot of students come through our doors who are all at different levels of skills and knowledge. What are the most common areas for improvement?
Most people attending arrive with incorrect knowledge of how much penetration is required. Running a weld that has as much penetration or melt through as possible will weaken the joint. When carrying out a lap or fillet weld, we are only looking for slight ripples of penetration on the rear side of the samples. This reduces the heat and keeps a percentage of the original steel intact for strength and also eliminates the shear point through the joint. Learning to control the heat input through a greater understanding of machine settings. With many types of heat-sensitive steels being used on modern vehicles, an inability to manage the heat and control the welding arc can result in damage to the material and potential failure of the joint in any subsequent accidents. With guidance from the instructor, a student can learn how to apply the heat in a controlled way to produce a much stronger, effective welded joint.
What kind of things can we look forward to seeing when our hands-on skills development course is in session?
Demonstrations and interaction with the instructor, but also with the other participants attending the session. This is actively encouraged to maximize the learning experience. ICAR Australia instructors are hands-on trainers. They can show you what you're doing wrong and work with you to correct it.
If there's one thing we should know on how we can find success with the hands-on skills development course, what would it be?
It doesn't matter how much experience you have with welding. Attending with an open mind and a willingness to learn and ask questions is often the key to the session being a very positive and successful experience.